Right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
I agree, Jeff. And hello, everybody. Welcome to Formula One as we get ready for the Baku City Circuit race. Gonna be an interesting one. We really gotta try hard to stay alive and not have any issues on track, because that's a big deal here. Looks like a good weekend for rain. No issues there. Let's head straight to the track and get to it.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision.
Oh, I don't have any of those.
90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Let's talk about red. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
Oh, red is me. I thought he was talking about Ferrari.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, with Sebastian
nice
Vettel
time
starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Perez, Red, Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll and Alonso, Sirotkin, Gasly, Marcus Ericsson and Stoffel Van Dorn. Hartley,
where was Ericsson? I guess I missed him in the field. Maybe he was 11th.
Now it's almost time to lights out,
Ocon
so let's
with a penalty.
go down to the track.
Okay.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Okay, I do like that we are on the inside 4 here. This is an important track to have that. Ooh, that's a gross strategy. That's disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. That's our 2-stop strategy, though. Is a short stint on the Ultras and then 2 on the Supers. The alternate would be, I guess, to go for a single on the Softs. But it seems like the harder compounds are just too slow. Too slow. It's a 26-lap race, and then we're only having 26 laps of fuel on board. I would like to have at least 27 laps of fuel on board. Maybe even a little bit more, so I just don't even have to worry about it. And with that, let's try to have ourselves a clean start here and a good race. Okay, this start makes me nervous. Not an easy track. Bit of wheel spin. I like having this inside lane, though. Yeah, gonna have a nice clear track. Someone's to my outside, making this difficult. Doesn't look like there's gonna be any room for us to improve off the start here. That's okay. Oh, bunch of traffic here. We've seen some cars to get into altercations for us to have a place to advance, but it hadn't happened yet. Had a little bit of rear brake lock up there. Alright.
Start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
I'm alert. Alert is the only thing I can be here. I'm really alert about rubbing walls, too. Very, very alert. Okay. Bet you they're all on high power mode here. Perez just pulled us a ton down that little short straightaway. Easy for me to say. This track stresses me out, I gotta be honest. I feel Oh man, that was bad. I just feel a ton of pressure right now on not making mistakes, keeping the car in one piece. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And a car that is slow in a straight line. Very slow in a straight line.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
That was on engine mode 4, or power mode, whatever it is. ERS mode 4, which is the most I can get out of it. That's fine. As long as we can stay in the points today, I'll be happy. And I think as long as we can stay in a draft to use other cars to pull us around the track, we'll be okay. Definitely think I'm riding around with a bit too much aero, too much downforce, not enough top speed. Hopefully the hiccups go away. Mid-race hiccups, a real problem. Probably stress. Do you get stress hiccups? Is that something that happens to people? Maybe. I don't know. Ooh, jeez. That's not gonna help the stress levels. Neither is that. Why does this track always feel so much harder in the race than it does in practice and qualifying? I've had a lot of...
Pushing. The car behind can't keep up with the pace. We think they're struggling with fuel.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a lot of good qualifying efforts here, but never a good race. My little pebble brain just can't quite keep up with it. Oh, buddy. Bye, Hulkenberg. Can I have your draft, please? Thank you. Thank you very much
DRS
for that.
will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
3 is new.
Copy that.
Shit, that's not what I wanted. Box this lap. Box this. Oh, you. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
It's going to depend on what the cars around me do. If the cars ahead of me pit this lap, then I will stay out another one. I just don't want to be on pit road with a lot of traffic. Terrible start to the race. That's close. It is so close to that wall. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, I just have like that terrible like pit in the stomach feeling every lap here. Which I guess is good in track design, like it's impressive. Alright, what are they doing here? Are they pitting? What you doing? What you doing? We got DRS and they are not pitting. Alright, got on pit road pretty well. It seems like we're here alone. That's good. So I think what this is going to set up is we're going to be alone on the track for a good bit.
Release.
Okay, I gotta get better at that.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Sir? The good news is the car really likes these tires. So we might be able to do some undercutting here. We are the last car on track at the moment, but that's fine. Just trying a little bit different of a strategy. And everybody's caught up in traffic right now. So I feel like there's a good undercut ability presented to us right now. If I can knock off some clean laps. It's gonna require me to get my head on straight, though. I felt all over the place since the start of the race, basically. Ooh, that was wide. This place was already crazy and difficult enough. Now you add on this ERS management on top of that, and it's just too much, man. Okay, let's hope for some pitting this lap. I'm worried that there's going to be some one-stoppers in the field, those that started on the supers going to softs. I do think the super soft is faster than the soft enough that we should be able to overcome that. Here comes a big glob of them out of the pits. This should be an interesting moment. Alright, I think we did potentially come out with a net gain there. We're behind Perez and ahead of Leclerc. Nice consistent lines now. Save our battery power while in the draft, and we don't want to overuse these rear tires since we were going to have one more lap on ours than theirs.
The super soft tire. That's the super soft on the car behind.
Thanks as always, Jeff, for the information that does not help me at all. Kind of backed off there. Yeah, I wonder if they're now conserving their battery power and not as fast on the straightaways. Guess we'll see on the main straight how much Perez pulls us. I really needed to be closer than this to him to get his DRS and a draft. I think Leclerc is going to get us handily. I have extra power to use. I'm going to use it right now. Just try and pull him before he gets the DRS. He'll have it now. I hear him. I didn't see him though. He made his presence known, but he didn't quite get there. Really like to try and pull back into Perez, but I know he's running as fast a mode as possible right now. He's not in traffic. We really would have needed him to be in traffic. It's going to be an interesting race to see how it all plays out, since there's obviously a lot of different strategies. I need to stop doing any changes before that turn because it messes me up on the entry. It's more important that I hit that entry correctly. Alright, this is going to change things because we got traffic now. Traffic that hasn't taken tires. So they're going to be slow traffic. Mixed in with fast traffic. A little bit wide there. I feel like I probably don't even need to be pushing as hard as I am at the moment since there is this traffic situation. I'm worried about getting past in DRS. He's there. You son of a person that's slow at the apex. I thought he was going to wash wide and he didn't. I'm lucky to have escaped with the front wing there. I don't know why I was so convinced he was going to wash wide, but it just didn't make sense to me, the line that he took. Probably because I'm a simple idiot. Oh, buddy, that was close. It's still gonna be close. Alright, we cleared. Yikes. That was very risky. Yeah, this group is definitely being slowed by traffic. People on the one-stop strategy are affecting the people on the two-stop strategy very negatively. Easy on those rear tires, Con. So tempting to use a lot of curb here, but it typically makes you use a lot of tire. Unfortunately, I didn't get close enough in that last sector to get myself some DRS. Oh, I did. Interesting. Boy, he is aggressive. Very aggressive. We were able to hold him off again. All about the crowding out, though, where they try to pass you on the outside, but just crowd you to the inside so that you can't get to the throttle. It's effective, but not the most fun thing to go through. Well, he's throwing a block there, and then comes right back into line at a slower speed. Yeah, this field is definitely a disaster with this slow traffic ahead of us. Certainly playing a major factor in how this race shakes down. And that's why I said 11th place isn't really a bad place to qualify. You can do this strategy where you're the car slowing up the Q3 guys. This was enough of a draft, but it might not be. Oh, they're going 3 wide. Perez with a brilliant move. Oh, that was very well done. I need to get Alonso here, or we're going to be trapped behind. I had to come to like a stop to get around him. But we made it happen. Oh, frick. Slid out on the exit. Well, that's our race over.
It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Front wing damage here is pretty much game over for you. I was so shallow on the apex, and I was fine till it tried to step out on the exit. That's when it really got away from me, and it was game over, man. That's why I was worried about this traffic. Really screwing over our race. Car isn't too bad yet. I think I just killed... Nope, he made it. I don't know how he did it.
Car for me. Tires looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now.
As of now, the wing's not affecting me too badly. I just can't believe how many cars haven't pit that we're still sitting in 16th. certainly not the way I expected this race to play out.
Our
Not
gap
in
to the
least
car
bit.
in front is 2.5 seconds.
That's where it's really hurting me, is trying to get it wound up and turned into those slow turns. Not feeling too positive anymore, though. Oh yeah, definitely lost the nose quite a bit there. Which isn't good, because the only thing our car had going for it
1.6 seconds.
was in the slow sections, and now it's not behaving very well down here. We're still running up on cars that haven't pinned at all. The only thing that could save us would be a safety car at this point, though. I mean, I can't afford 5 seconds in pit road, really, to change a wing. And we're not going to pass anybody on track with the car that's ill handling. I'm having to fight the car so much, I'm not even working on balancing the ERS and stuff. Which is very difficult here. Thank you for the DERS. It's not quite going to be enough. I would be really surprised if these guys are able to make it this whole race on one stop, but I guess they're gonna go.
Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery.
Okay. Trying to pass a Hartley at the moment. I guess they're gonna go supers to just softs, but I don't think us being on supers at the end is going to be enough of an advantage. Boy, this track's frustrating to pass at, especially when you have a car that doesn't have straightaway speed. That's why a strategy that kept us out of traffic would have been the way to go. I failed in that regard. It's that rare case where qualifying worse helps you in the race. He's pitting now.
Pits.
This should be an easy pass. And I think he's gonna pit. Yep. Passing the Williams now, who are also on that weird strategy. Well, I guess not really weird strategy, but a different strategy. It is helping us on these DRS opportunities. But overall, we would still be better shape out on our own. It's encouraging that I'm still this close to Ricardo. Excuse me. Excuse me! You know what? I'm taking to this curve. And drifted in front of you for that. Put that one in the highlight reel.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag up ahead. Who is it? And is it going to be a safety car? That's what we need. It is Hamilton. with a problem, but he's just slow. He's not stopped, so no safety car unless his car completely gives it up. No, he's out now. He must have made it to somewhere safe to pull off. Okay. Made a Williams closing in a hurry here. I think he went to pit.
Window. You'll be able to suit the softs.
Of course, we're going to be pitting again soon. There's Gasly. Yeah, that leads me to believe that they're going to make it to the end of the race on these tires. They're on softs. Which would mean I would need to make up another 15 seconds to pass Gasly through the course of the rest of the race. Which won't be easy. I need to make sure I have a front wing off. If I can find that menu. That was not an easy thing to do. Especially in this section of the track. I don't know why I bothered trying it down here. We got a car behind us. So the only advantage we'll have is that we're going to have fresher. I missed this turn. We're dead.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Yeah, it was my fault. Yeah, we're coming for soft now.
Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. Copy.
Well, chalk this up to one of the worst races I've ever run. No brakes, I got no brakes. Oh, I don't know how I got it slowed down there. It's gonna be 5 seconds on pit road. Our race is over. We done. No points today, no good result today.
I think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Interesting. Yeah, I just messed this up in every way possible.
Exit now.
19th place.
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. This is basically just a circus of errors on my part for this whole race. Which isn't a big surprise because my brain's just been a whole pile of dumb for the whole week.
Let's turn off the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
I should probably just tell him to shut up. I haven't even driven on these tires, and I can tell you, they do not have a lot of grip on offer, as you might figure. Hopefully I didn't mess up Leclerc's race. I don't think he hit me very much. Too busy fiddling with all the freaking options and completely missed that turn with a car that was already ill handling. Oh, Hamilton's still in the race? No, it said he was out of the race. I don't know who that was back there. Maybe it's the leader. Perhaps it was Bottas. Somebody's leaving the pits now. It might be Leclerc. Yeah, it is. I did screw up his race. He must have tagged the front wing on me or something. Unless this is just a strategy. Got this menu. But this is how I do series anytime that this kind of crap happens in a race. I have to reiterate because I notice most people that do series like this on the YouTubes typically only post the good stuff, never the bad stuff. That ain't how I roll. Sometimes I just suck. If you're watching along with the series. You're buying in to watch the highs and the lows. I don't think there's a real F1 driver in the world who can say they never had any low points in their seasons or their careers.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.8 seconds.
Vettel's been doing his best to make sure he has a whole season full of them. Poor Vettel. So is this it? Is everybody done pitting? Yeah, it seems like a couple people still pitting. I kind of wish I had gone for these tires as a strategy now. I don't think it's really that bad. Now granted, that's comparing the car that had no wing end plates on it. That's probably not totally fair on me to compare it. They're not as bad as I expected.
Okay, car behind is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car behind.
Cars around are changing to supers. I guess there's that little race left. They can do that. Even though these positions don't mean anything, I'm still going to work on trying to get them. And work on getting better at this track, because we'll be back here next season trying to do better. So I feel like I have enough pace. I can get a lap in, I can push the car through a lap, but that's just not enough. I need to be able to comfortably push the car lap to lap. And that's what I've never been able to do successfully.
Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds.
Ooh, that was wide. Oh, no DRS. I thought we were close enough. There might be signs up ahead of us, and that is who our new rival is. So it would be nice to outfinish him. Wait, did I choose signs? I think I did. Maybe I chose Hulkenberg. I don't remember. I chose whichever had the higher bounty. I think it was Sainz. That was a silly place to try and get a drink. Looks like Bottas probably winning the race. Interesting that the Ferraris just don't seem to have the race pace. I feel like I'm closing, but I'm not closing.
In just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Not closing fast enough. Is it going to rain at the end of this race? Just over 10 minutes. I guess that's just after the end of the race. That would be crazy if that's how the race ended, was slicks in the rain. Crazy, unexpected, and probably the end of our race. Ooh, buddy. There's signs ahead of us now. And they're having a battle. Which is very good for us, that they're having a battle. You can see how much we closed in. Just through those couple turns, they were side by side. Trying to save up battery power to use on the straightaway to get to them. Ooh, easy. So now I got a goal. That's what I needed. I needed something to attack for. Oh, signs blew up. Right in front of us.
Green flag.
Well, so much for that battle. I guess he was blowing up the whole time because he was slowing and slowing. Alright, we just need like 6 more cars to do that ahead of us, and we'll be back in the fight for this. That's totally reasonable to ask for, right? I do still feel like I can get to Leclerc here if I drive smart enough. That's one turn I feel like I've, over the course of the weekend, finally started nailing in particular. So at least I can take some kind of positive away from the weekend. We'll get this track down one turn at a time. Not that one though, because I'm not moving the wall out fast enough with my car. That was messy. That was real messy. I was just desperately trying to get closer to him before we got to the straightaway. It may have been effective. We definitely did get closer.
The gap to the car behind is 2.9 seconds.
Perez randomly throwing down a fast lap there. A draft. We should have DRS. We'll chase this down to the inside wall. We're going to push him back wide so that we can make our turn in and stomp it in front of him. There, at least I can say I made one successful good pass over the course of the race. If nothing else. Seems like we might be on trend to catch a couple other cars here. It'd be nice if some of these cars were on supers that were going off, but it seems like most everybody's on the softs. Now Vettel's putting down the fast laps. Oh, we're closing on Hartley. Isn't Hartley who we said we would have to gain like 15 seconds or something like that on to have a chance with? Or was it... who's his teammate? I forget. Hartley and Man, I can't remember. Gasly? Not a Gasly. Yeah, it was too late. Williams up there in 13th place without a ton of retirements. Can I just retire now? Can I just be done with this race? I want to be done.
You have a lot of wing damage. Box for a new one.
I'm done. Just...
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's for... So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban Ocon. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that today.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Really go your way today? Tell us what happened.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
That crash looked pretty serious. Can you walk me through what happened? Great. Well, that's everything.
Great. I suck. See you next time.